The world had shrunk to a single point, the space between me and him. "Loveth, this is Jane's fiancé, Toby," Ella's voice chirped, a sound from a faraway land. My stomach lurched. Jane's fiancé. The words echoed, a cruel, mocking refrain. A cold dread, far worse than the loneliness of the past 2 years, washed over me. I had finally found him, only to learn that he belonged to someone else. It was a cosmic joke, a cruel twist of fate that left me breathless and reeling. I must have mumbled something, a choked, meaningless sound, because Toby's laughter died on his lips. His smile, which had been so easy and bright, softened into a look of concern. He didn't just look at me, he saw me, a deep, searching look that mirrored the one we had shared years ago. In his eyes, a familiar flicker of something missing, something longed for sparked and flared. My heart hammered against my ribs, a desperate drumbeat of recognition. I wanted to scream, to ask him if he felt it too, if he remembered, but the words were trapped in my throat, useless. He stepped closer, his voice low and private. "How are you?" he asked, the simple question holding a weight that felt profound. "My name is Toby. You're—" "Loveth," I whispered, the name feeling foreign and small on my tongue. He leaned in as if to catch my breath, and a strand of his dark hair fell across his brow, just as it had that day. In that single motion, 2 years of silence and searching collapsed into nothing. I saw the question in his eyes, the same question in mine. Was it you? Was it always you? Before another word could be spoken, a bright, melodic voice cut through our fragile bubble. "Toby, they're about to start the games. Come on." It was Ella's school mother, the very woman he was engaged to. The universe, it seemed, was determined to pull him away from me again. With a brief, pained look, he handed me a small, embossed card. "My business card, so we can talk," he said, his voice quiet. He gave me one more fleeting, honey-eyed glance before being pulled back into the crowd. I stood frozen, the card warm and heavy in my trembling hand. Toby Oladipo, MD. The rest of the picnic passed in a blur of disembodied voices and muted colors. He was gone, swallowed back into the crowd, and I was left alone with the crushing knowledge that I had finally found him, only to have lost him again. Back at the hostel, Ella prattled on, but her words were just background noise. My mind was a storm of grief and confusion. The moment she was done, I collapsed onto my bed and sank into a heavy, dreamless sleep. But the dreams came, and they were not of silence. I was standing in a room awash with white silk and the scent of lilies. I looked down at my hands and saw a wedding dress, a veil of lace and pearls. A voice, familiar and deep, called my name. Toby, he was here. He entered the room, his smile a blinding sunrise, and he pulled me into his arms. I buried my face in his chest, inhaling the scent of him, the scent of home. We kissed, and a surge of pure, unadulterated happiness shot through me. "I love you," I whispered, my voice thick with emotion. "I love you too, Jane," he said, his voice a soft anchor. My world shattered. Jane, the name echoed, a single, sharp shard of glass. A cold dread washed over me, and I stumbled back, my hands flying to my mouth. I rushed to the mirror, a sense of urgency building with every frantic step. The face staring back at me was not mine. It was a stranger, a beautiful woman with a serene, unknowing smile, Ella's school mother. I screamed, a strangled sound of horror and betrayal, and my hands, no longer my own, reached for the nearest object. A pair of scissors. My reflected hands, cold and alien, clutched them, raising them to the face in the mirror, to the face that wasn't mine.